Hey everyone, sorry I'm late on my Steve story time tonight. It is usually at 7 o'clock, but it's 8 o'clock. And this is episode 8, so that's why I'm starting a little late. This is a story from my childhood. Hope you've been enjoying the others and you're healthy wherever you're at. This is a story from my childhood. I was 12 years old and my best buddy was Larry Perna. And we used to go out to eat with his mom and my mom. So we'd always go to this place called the Pizza Joint, Hanover Park, Charlotte, Illinois. And they would show old movies while you ate pizza. So it was me and him, we were 12 years old each, and then our moms, who were friends. And we were watching it, and this movie, Conan the Barbarian, had just come out at the movie theater. Actually, it had been out for a little bit, and we had heard how great it was. So Larry and I wanted to see it. And so we started bugging our moms. We were eating pizza, and we're like, hey, how about we go to the movie tonight? And they were kind of interested, so we kept pushing. We were like, yeah, let's go to the movie. And they're like, well, what's showing? And we're like, there's this new movie called Conan the Barbarian. And his mom was like, I heard that's rated R. And we're like, no, but it's not R, like, it's not sexual stuff, it's violence, which we're Americans, so, right? That's way better. So, we were like, it's just violence, it's because it's sword and sorcery stuff, there's no, like, sex stuff or anything, it's just, because we're 12 years old. So, they were like, nah, it doesn't sound good, and both of them were like, that's not a movie we would like, and we would have to take you. So, we begged and pleaded, and, we teamed up on them, and so we finally convinced them. So we went, and we get to the movie theater, and it's fantastic. If you haven't seen the Conan the Barbarian with Arnold Schwarzenegger from 1982, it's an amazing movie. I believe written by Oliver Stone, and it's just amazing. It's Schwarzenegger's real big first coming out party in a real movie, and he's fantastic in it, even though he can't speak English. And it's amazing. And it is just all violence and swords and sorcery, except one part. One part, about halfway through the movie, it was at the cheap theater because it had been out for a couple of weeks, called Trade Winds, which is on Barrington Road in Hanover Park. And at one point, there is a sex scene. Actually, it's an orgy scene. For a major motion picture, it had an orgy scene. An orgy, so not just a sex scene. Every actor, if hundreds of actors, were having sex in the movie. And it was a packed theater, and we had convinced, since we were 12 years old, we didn't want to sit next to our moms. So we sat down front, and they sat in the back. And when the orgy scene came out, you can imagine me and Larry Perna were like, oh my God, this is the greatest night of our lives. This is before cable or internet and all that, when all this stuff was readily available. I had maybe seen a Playboy at that point, and now we were seeing an orgy scene on the biggest screen possible in our life. So we're both sitting next to each other like, oh my God, this is amazing. Packed audience, it was amazing. We're like, I hope this scene goes on forever. I don't care what happens anymore. I've lived the perfect life. And all of a sudden, from the aisle, we hear, Larry! 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 And Larry and I are like, oh no. We recognized it was his mom's voice. And his mom was in the aisle trying to find us. And so she goes going up and down the aisles, yelling down to see where we were. Larry! Larry! And now I didn't know what to do because it's, Larry's mom, but I knew I was probably in trouble too. And do we ignore her? What do we do? And now other people are like, Larry, where your mom's yelling for you, and they're getting mad and yelling. And so I kind of looked at Larry, and he was just still like staring at the screen, but could hear his mom, and he was like, it's worth whatever trouble I get in at this point. And so we just ignored her, and I think she went back and got her seat once the orgy scene was over, because it was only a couple minutes. And she went back to her seat, and then Larry and I looked at each other and smiled, and knew we got away with something. But when that movie was over, that was one of those movies, I'm usually not a credits guy. We watched the credits because we were trying to pause and stay away from our moms for as long as possible, because we knew we were in trouble. The minute we knew, we were probably both getting grabbed by the ear and be like, you told us that there was only violence. And there was not only that, it was a whole orgy. And so that's now, I cannot watch Conan the Barbarian or any Conan movies or even any Schwarzenegger movies, or even Conan O'Brien, without hearing in the back of my head, Larry! Larry! Okay, everyone. Hope you're doing safe wherever you are, and doing safe, and yeah, doing healthy. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Thanks for all the shares and everything.